Hello, hello, Facebook friends and family. It's your girl, Brandy, on Oh God, I Need My Nails Did. I'm your nail tech hostess with the mostest. So welcome to the page. Tonight, we have no guest. I want to come on and kind of give you like a feel for the studio. When I say we have been working hard and diligently, I would say, I think diligently. I feel like we've been working diligently. We've been working really hard to transform the room. I know I posted a video this week, over the weekend, over how the room started. Again, this was my mom's storage room in her house. And I posted a picture today of some of the progress that we made. So I am so pleased to see, where we are right now. We still got the kind of ugly wallpaper up. But that's just going to give y'all something to look forward to when y'all keep watching and tuning in and keep seeing these new and improvements. Honey, we got all kinds of things coming down the pipeline for, oh God, I Need My Nails Did. So I'm going to give you all a few minutes to jump on. I hope the connection's okay, because it keeps giving me this signal that there's something up with the connection. So thumbs me up if you can hear me clearly, or if the picture is coming through clearly, just so I can kind of get a feel of what's going on if anybody's on.
The notification just came up.
Okay, the notification just came up. Okay, so hopefully you all can hear me when you're jumping on. So I'll give it a few more minutes before we really get into the show. And it keeps saying something about the connection. So hopefully everything's well. The devil is a lie. See, there's always something that kind of comes up when you're on to something good. So we've already prayed over the podcast. We've already prayed before we jumped on. So I'm just going to believe God for whatever he's going to do. Because I can truly say there is nothing scripted on this particular episode. So sounds good. Okay. So I'll give it a couple more minutes. Who is this? Hey there. How you doing, Tutu? Beep beep. Oh, Tutu. Hey, beep beep. Hey girl, I'm so glad to see you on. Who else is on? Let's see. Happy New Year to you too, my love. Happy New Year to you too. So yeah, my mama is my producer. Listen, when I say she's the set designer, the producer, the intercessory prayer warrior, honey, mommy is everything. So I don't know what she's looking at, but she's looking at something. But yes, my mom is, y'all should have a mama like Linda Holcomb. Let me tell you, this lady, whoo, she's everything. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to keep going on and on about my mom, but she's amazing. So who else is on the live? Let me see if I can check. Now listen, y'all know I don't know what I'm doing, but we're gonna figure this out. I want y'all, in the name of Jesus, I'm gonna know who's on Facebook Live. I don't know if Facebook needs to. I don't know if that's a thing, but in my mind, it is a thing that you can see who's on Facebook Live. So let's see what the time is. Okay, we got one more minute and we're going to jump into Oh God, I Need My Nails Did. So today's episode is the follow-up on the first episode when we talked about not taking care of your nails and coming back and getting your nails done in a timely fashion. I'm just now redoing my nails from the first Oh God, I Need My Nails Did episode. So I'm gonna be doing my nails, but the one thing I really want to introduce into the show is called your nail rights, right? And your nail rights is where you know what your rights are as a client, you as a patron going into some of these salons. And as my teacher, I'm moving the camera. As my teacher said, these fast shops, these fast, quick nail salons where you're just going in and getting right back out. So we call them fast salons or fast nail shops. So you do have nail rights. And so I really want you all to chime in, even if you direct message me. Like, message me and ask me questions about, like, hey, what should I expect? What should I be looking for? What should I not take? What is included? What should be included? And what is an upcharge? As we go through the show and we have our guest on, I'm really excited. The first episode. And so let me rewind. So our episodes will air every first and third Tuesday of the month. So the first and the third Tuesday of the month, 7 Central Standard Time, your girl will be on air. Hopefully, and not hopefully, I'm claiming this in the name of Jesus, we will have everything launched on the YouTube channel. Now, the YouTube channel is up. It is live. And the first episode is on the YouTube channel. And it's, oh God, I need my nails did. So it's easy to find on the YouTube, the app. So there will be pre-recorded shows. So I will be meeting with guests and I'll be doing their nails and kind of getting to know them better. And the camera will be in different angles. So this right now is the angle you see me just one-on-one talking to my homies, just as if we're in the shop and I'm doing my nails and we're catching up. So from time to time, there will be lives where I'm just talking and just reading fan mail or just going over questions. It'll be basically just a question and answer show where we're just talking on the lives. But we do have some other exciting things coming on for the show, because this is not a nail tutorial. This is not a how-to on how to do your nails. The one thing I really do want us to focus on is our mental health and our spiritual walks, right? So as I mentioned in the first live, hey Regina, in the first live, that I am a Christian. So I'm always going to be talking about God. I'm always going to reference my relationship with God, because this is a journey that we're on together. From start to finish. So as I grow in this and as I grow in my knowledge base of how to produce a podcast, how to do my podcast, you'll see the upgrades as I'm going, because I always, and some things you do in secret, like God has you do some things where it's just him and you. Nobody else needs to be involved because they don't need to put their stamp of approval on it. But there are some things that you're just like, how is that even done? Because there's something inside of you. Maybe you have a podcast inside of you and you want to, or some type of video blogging situation, and God has put it on your heart to do it. Or you have this unique thing that only you can do, and you have no idea where to start. No, you don't know how to jump in. Well, that's me. A1, day one. I have no idea from a technical standpoint of what I'm doing. But I do remember God distinctly saying to me at Women Involved, I want you to go back to your first place of creativity. And he brought back to my memory the podcast. And this was something I was supposed to do years ago, but I wasn't ready. My flesh wasn't ready. And I created every excuse in the book to not do it. But God, all these years later, I'm doing it. I'm walking by faith and not by my sight. Because what I see, honey, what had me going, child, I didn't hear that. And don't even pretend like you didn't even ask me that, right? But my faith is way bigger than what I can see. And I know what God told me. So I'm going to take you on this journey with me, and I'll share my tips and my tricks as I go along and as I'm learning on how to increase my production value. And hey, Lori, best friend, how I increase my production value, my recording. And y'all got a whole fancy vlogging camera over here. She'll ask me if I know how to work it. Not right now, but I will learn how to work it. So there'll be so many exciting things that you will see. So as you see the podcast keep going, my prayer is that you see improvement every episode. We're not going to be stagnant. We're not going to be stale. And we're not going to put new wine in old sheepskin. So whatever new I can do, I'm going to learn how to do it and improve and share it with you along the way, right? So I'm so glad that you all are on the podcast with me. I'm going to do my nails again today, and we're going to talk about the importance of nail care, nail health, and your nail rights, right? So, step one, when you go into the salon, you're going to see the polishes, you're going to see it, and that's going to be very appealing to you, right? Very, very, very appealing to you. But don't let that be a distraction. My phone is on the charger. I would love to take this off the charger and flip it around to show y'all what you should look at, right? So I'm going to attempt to do that and not tear up nothing, okay? No? Okay, my producer said don't do that. Okay, so I'm going to move out of the frame a little bit. Well, I still can't do that, but okay. So I'm just going to pick up the cup. This is a clean cup, and it has my implements in it, right? And they're soaking in barbicide. Now, typically speaking, when you go to the salon, you see this big old thing of barbicide, right? I don't really like that. And I'm going to tell you why I don't like to see just all these implements soaking in barbicide. One, how often are they changing out the barbicide solution? We don't know, right? You're supposed to change it out. Okay, so if you have a high volume of clients, let's say you have six nail technicians in the salon, and you have three pedicures going at the same time as 6 people are getting their nails done. And they're all taking those implements, rinsing them out under the sink, taking a little brush and, scrubbing them down under the water and throwing them in the barbicide. How many people do you think they can get done in an hour? Probably about 20 people done in an hour if they're rushing you in an hour. That water needs to be changed every hour on the hour. Because the more you're exposing your hands into the solution and pulling out the implements, that's a transference of germs, right? Even if you're pulling it up, I don't care. Just for sanitary that needs to be changed out every hour on the hour. Now, typically speaking, I don't think they're doing that. They may change it at the end of the day. As a client going to get your nails done, it is your nail right to know if those implements have been cleaned. If you feel uncomfortable at any time when you see them pick up any implement and use it on you, you can politely ask them, hey, excuse me, can you go wash that for me? Like, I need you to, even if it's Lysol, spray that down, Lysol, and take some soap and water, and can you please clean that again? Because there are certain bacteria and certain germs that can still stay on your implements if they're not properly cleaned. And if they push back your cuticles too far and nip you, or even if it's like you can't even see the cup, but the skin has been exposed. If those implements have not been cleaned properly, you can be exposed to so many different germs and bacteria that can cause a lot of issues for you in the long run, okay? So, I would advise, if you feel so inclined, if you're not going to a place that you feel would honor that, you probably want to really take your time and find a good nail shop or a nail technician that's really going to make sanitation their priority. So, what you can do as your nail right, you can bring your own implements to the salon. Now, I would advise you, when you bring them to the salon, they need to be cleaned, wrapped in a paper towel, and put into a plastic bag. The paper towel will absorb whatever moisture you have in transit, and it will keep it sealed, so you're not exposing it or laying it on a seat or laying it wherever and picking up those germs. Have them put it on the towel, and make sure it's a clean towel when you're getting your nails done, right? I'll also show you before the end of the episode, little things that you can do to take with you, your own nail survival kit that you can take with you to the salon and you insist on them using. Now, if they want to get paid, they're going to do it, okay? Trust and believe that. So, typically speaking, when you come into my salon, or when I was in the salon, there was always a cup. Now, I didn't always have the barbicide solution in it because I would sterilize my implements. So I'd wash my implements, clean them and scrub them, and then I would put them in the sterilizer, which is right behind me. And it's a sterilizing pot. Now, it is very, very hot. So it's killing off those germs and bacteria, okay? So that's the most important nail right. You want to make sure that whatever implement they're using on you is clean and that their workspace is clean. It takes no time at all to Lysol the area. And if they're not comfortable, if they're not doing it, there are pocket-sized Lysol sprays. And again, you can put that in your little nail bag. Keep your little nail bag with you when you go to the salon. And you could, hey, before you get started, let me spray this table. You grab a little paper towel and wipe it down and spray the table. Now, they might talk about you. And you're not going to understand what they're saying unless you're wearing those earbuds that translates what they're saying. I'll say this to you. You don't want to go anywhere that they don't honor you or they don't respect you. So if you do wear those earbuds and it does translate what they're saying, you don't have to give them your money, right? Because if enough people tell them, hey, I'm not comfortable with this, they're going to have to get right? Now, this is not a dig at any of the salons. By no means. It's not a dig at any of these nail technicians. My goal for this show is that clients know what their nail rights are and they exercise their rights. Because, honey, it's okay. You can have the baddest nail art, glittered rhinestone nail down. Fabulous. But if your natural nail underneath is breaking down and is exposed to different bacteria and funguses, it's going to cost you a lot more than that $200 nail set. You're going to be in the hospital. You're going to be trying to fix the issue that occurred because we didn't know our nail rights. So I'm going to teach you your nail rights. And whatever questions you have, please put them in the comment section. And I would love to answer all those questions for you. Bring them on camera. What am I bringing on camera? So let me know what I'm bringing on camera. So now we've talked about our implements when we talked about our first nail right. And our first nail right is sanitation. Okay. So like I said, these are my implements that I have on the table and they're soaking in a barbicide solution. And it is fresh barbicide. So every time, or a barbicide mixture solution. So it is, I think it's 50% first 50%. So if I use a tablespoon of water, I need to use, well, actually that equation is off. So if I'm using 1 tablespoon of water, I need to use 1 tablespoon of barbicide. I need to use 1/4 cup of water. And the reason why we break that barbicide solution down, because barbicide is a very strong cleaning agent, but it can also break down your skin. So you also want to be very careful with that. So you want to dilute it just enough to where, or it should be diluted because you're not doing this. Your nail tech should be doing this. It should be diluted just enough to where it's not so strong where it's disturbing your skin. Okay. So I believe in correct, and I know Azra and Miss Donna are their instructors. So I think that's correct. It should be 1 tablespoon to 1/4 cup of water mixed together to make that solution for one individual use, not for your whole, not for my big thing. Now, if I have my big thing, that's a whole nother mixture. But for your nail tech who's doing your nails one at a time, that should be the proper solution. And even if you bring it yourself, I'm not opposed to that. And your nail tech should not be opposed to that either if they're not doing these proper steps. Like if they're not doing this, honey, your nail rights, your money, right? And if they don't want to honor your nail rights, you don't have to give them your money, okay? So if you're going to, let's say, for example, you're going to do this yourself. 1 tablespoon of barbicide to 1/4 cup of water. You put that in a little bottle like this. Pour that in your little cup, put your little implements in. I'm like, here you go, thank you. Let's go ahead and do my nails now. Gutsy, right? They also have those little travel size cans of Lysol spray. I'm sorry, Susan, you said your name was? Girl, let me spray this table real quick. Can you hand me that paper towel? And you wipe it down yourself. Your nail rights, your money, your hands. Okay? All right. So I'm going to go ahead and put this behind me. And like I said, this first episode is just us talking about our nail rights, right? And me going through the things you should look for when you're in the salon. So as I'm working on my nails, we'll be talking. The second thing that I like to look at when I'm in the salon, and I think, Houston, we might have a problem. I'm going to unplug the phone because I think we have enough power. Because my drill is about to die. The other thing I want you to think about when you walk into the salon, what do the floors look like? If those floors look sticky and dirty, you got a problem, Serafina. You might want to be like, hey, if they're not thinking about the floors, they're probably not thinking about other things, okay? And I get it. You're busy. When a salon is popping, it's popping, right? But I don't care how busy I was. I'm not going to ever be too busy to sweep up the floor. Excuse me, y'all, as I remove this so I can charge up my drill. I should have been better prepared, but I was too busy trying to get this room together for, oh God, anybody else did, okay? So that's another thing. When you look around, if you see a lot of dust, if you see like things haven't been really kept up, that might not be where you really want to be. Because at the end of the day, if they're not concerned about those details, are they going to be concerned about the details of your nails? Now, again, I stress to you all, this is not a dig on other salons. This is really just me teaching you your nail rights. Because who is getting on here telling you, the client, what you should be looking for? I don't know. And it's again, it's not a dig. I'm not hating. So, we've talked about sanitation. Sanitation is everything, right? The next thing I want you to do when you get into the shop, I already kind of have an idea of what you want for your nails, right? And look for their price menu. Because a lot of things are not always a la carte. Some things just are not a la carte. Some things just should not be an extra upcharge. For example, when you're going in to get your nails done, cuticle work should be included. Even if it's not them nipping your cuticles with the nippers, clean, sanitized nippers, they should have bits to push back and treat your cuticle. Now, I'm going to show you what those bits should look like. And as we move further on in the nail tech, and hopefully Medicool, honey, if you watching me, go ahead and sponsor your girls, because y'all got the best nail bits ever. So, sponsor me. Amen.com. So that was my commercial break. I hope y'all like that. I'll be trying to give y'all little commercial breaks. So I said all that to say Medicool makes some of the best nail bits ever. And the beauty about their bits that go for their e-files, they make nail bits for your cuticle work. So I'm going to show you nail bits that should be used from start to finish. Nail bits that should be changed out. Every new client, I don't care if they hardly ever used it on the next client, they need to change the sanding bit. So once I get done blending my nails, and I'm using a ceramic bit on my nails to blend out the old nails and remove the gel polish. I like the ceramic bit because it's a little more forgiving than our carbon bits. Now, your carbon bits they're still good and I still use them. But those bits, which let me pull out a carbon bit. And this is not even the coarsest one you can get. Let me put this in the camera. So this is a carbon bit. And I don't know if it's going to focus. But this is a carbon bit. Now these bits are good for cutting down the nails. Let's say you had some very extreme nail art and it's like a 3D nail art situation. These bits are really good for removing that excess acrylic and product. So it's prepping your nails to get ready for your fill-in. And again, I'm using a ceramic bit, and I'll pause the camera or pause the e-file. This is a ceramic bit. And I like to use it because it naturally kind of cuts down some of that product, blends in, and it's not really harsh on the nail. So if I get a little too close to my nail bed, it's not ripping into my nail bed or digging into my nail bed. And I have this going the wrong direction, I feel like I do. So again, not every nail tech is the same, but I do want to educate you all because I want you to understand what should and should not be used on your natural nail, okay? So I'm blending down my nails, and I'm going to turn this up because it's taking too long. And I could do that on me because, again, I'm 25 years into this game. So you don't want them to use excessive speed on the drill if they don't know what they're doing. Because if they do that and it gets too close to your nail bed and you start feeling that heat, if you start feeling the heat, they're getting really close to your natural nail. Okay, so I'm blending in my nails real quick. And again, this is not a nail tutorial. I'm just giving you your nail rights as the client. And other nail techs, if you're on watching, chime in. Like, help a sister out. Because, I don't always know everything. I know a little bit of something. Well, I know a lot of something. But, it's not just my opinion. There are other nail techs in this world who are fantastic nail artisans, right? But they're also going to tell you the truth about, hey, wait a minute, I might be a nail artisan, but I'm also trying to make sure that your nails are healthy underneath, because it makes no sense for me to give you this bomb nail set and your natural nails underneath are a mess. So I'm cutting down my nails with my ceramic bit. And last time I had all this done off camera, but this time I'm doing it on camera because I kind of want to give you an example of what different bits are you might typically see when you go into the salon and what they're used for. Because a lot of times I bet y'all be looking at this and like, what does that bit do? I wonder what she's doing with that. Well, I'm going to tell you, because if they're using the wrong thing on your nail, trying to get you in and trying to get you out, you can be like, hey, my nail tech homegirl, Brandy, told me, hey, that's not for that. Don't put that on my nail. You're not going to tear up my nail bed today. The devil is a lie. Okay? So as I'm blending in my nails, I appreciate you all being on this live with me. I know it's New Year's Eve, and I'm praying that you all stay safe and have a good time. I saw this meme today, and it said a DUI. It was like the price tag of things. So it's like DUI was like $10,000. Or no, funeral was $10,000. I think the DUI was like a couple of $1,000s. And then it said Uber ride, $12. Child, I would spend $12 in a minute before I have to deal with all that other stuff. So I said that jokingly in a joking matter tone, but seriously, please be safe tonight. I don't want anything to happen to you all in going into the new year. And like I said, we're gonna start in the year as if we're already starting the new year. So we're gonna end the year strong, right? All right, y'all. I'm almost done with this blending part. And like I said, I'm just blending in the grow line. So when I do the fill, we're removing any excess lifted product that's no longer, viable. You want to blend in your grow line because you don't want to see where the last set was, right? And it gets rid of all lifted products, so we don't have any issues with your nails. All right, I'm gonna grab my cup. And for all intents and purposes, I will have a bit cleaner on the table, and I usually will brush down the bits, and we just throw them right into our barbicide mixture, right? So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to do our cuticles. Now, listen, the girls' cuticles are a hot mess. So, but I'm going to show you three different examples. Okay, so we talked about our carbon bit. This at one time was a really coarse carbon bit. And this is only to, again, remove nail art. If we have like 3D nail art, rhinestones, things of the like, right? We use our carbon bit for this. And then this is basically kind of like a cuticle smoother. So let me get this up close to the camera. So these are the things that we should only be using, that we can use on our natural nail bed and around our cuticle area. These are safe for us to use, right? This is a ceramic cuticle remover. It's a small tip. I saved this one for last. Excuse me. This is a specialty carbon bit. And it is made, yes, for your cuticles. Excuse me, my allergies. The good thing about this, thank you. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. What I like about this bit, it's versatile because of the way it's made. The way I'm rubbing it against my finger, I don't feel anything. It feels really smooth, right? It feels like a spiral design. It's still very smooth. So I like this bit because you can use it on your natural nail around the cuticle line to blend out product and your cuticle. So sometimes when you're getting your nails done and you've already had the feel, or you've already had your feel, you use this around the cuticle line to smooth out that product to your cuticle line. So you want it to be a smooth slope. So you can scratch your finger over and it should feel like a smooth slope, right? I often will use this on clients who have waited several weeks to come back in to get their nails done, because it's just that cuticle mixed with, it's a mess. And so it breaks it down, but it does not tear up your nail bed. So if you see me pull this out, it's made for your cuticle line with product, right? So I'm going to use this one today, not the ceramic bit. I typically speaking use my ceramic bit on if we're getting a gel manicure and I'm pushing back those cuticles with this. It's just another way of pushing back the cuticles without having to use the nippers as much, right? So we want to eliminate things. I use certain things so I don't have to put so much stress on your natural nail bed and cuticle line. So this is one of the tools that I use that helps me to not put so much stress on your cuticle line. So we're not, and what I mean by stress, where there's a potential for me to get too close and cut it. All right. So now I'm just gonna really quickly go around my cuticle line. And like I said, I've been doing nails for forever, so I can move quickly on myself and not hurt me. So, and like I said, this is work that I usually do off camera. So we're going to go through all the things today, right? You're in for a journey with me. So I appreciate you being online. So who's getting out and who's doing what tonight, honey? Tell me what y'all doing in these comments. Where we going? Are we going to church? Huh? Yes, my mom wants to ask a question.
So, what would you say is the most inspiring thing that has happened to you as a nail tech, or the most inspiring thing that has happened between you and a client as a nail tech?
Ooh, wow, that's a good question. So my mom's question was, what is the most inspiring thing that has happened to me as a nail tech, or the most inspiring thing that has happened to me between myself and a client while I'm doing their nails? I would have to say the aha moments. When my clients have aha moments, when we're really just talking about things and they're hashing out the issues of their hearts and things that they're going through. And I know it is divine. It's not me. It's the Holy Spirit that gives me a divine insight into that person. Hey, Rebecca. And she was one of my clients. Hey, girl. Divine insight into their situation. And I'm not giving them advice based off my, I would say, toxic experience, because anybody that gives you advice based off their experiences, if it's not Holy Spirit led, or it doesn't make you feel better after they give you that advice, that's from their own toxic situation. So when I can give them advice and you could just see their face light up like, wow, I never thought about that. Wow, that really helps. That's a new perspective. Because my goal is always to leave everybody better than what I found them. No matter that's, I'm cooking something for you, I'm doing your nails, or you've come to an event that I've had, no matter whatever the situation is, whatever you're in my presence, my goal is to leave you better than what I found you. Now, the caveat to that is you don't get to wreck me as I'm pouring into you. And so as I've gotten older, I've learned to watch how I pour, because I've given myself into bankruptcy so many times, thinking that, oh, well, no, that, it's just in my heart. It's just, I want to help. I want to do. But all the while I'm feeling like, yeah, Lee, I need a break. I need to be tight. I'm tired. I need to go sit down somewhere. I've learned that when I am pouring from a full cup and only giving what God has told me to give, I walk away feeling better. I walk away feeling energized. So I think I've answered your question. I hope I've answered your question.
So you've learned balance.
I've learned balance. Yes. I've really come to a place where I wouldn't say I'm fully balanced yet, but I embrace balance. I'm embracing it instead of trying to make an excuse for it or push past it, or, oh, it's going to be all right. I got it. It's all right. I can do it. No, I'm really taking those time and saying, wait a minute. What is this going to cost me if I'm doing this in my own will? And will I recover from this? Will I beat myself up after doing this? So I will say I'm really learning to embrace balance in my life, because for many years I didn't have balance. And I think I've lost some friendships over not having balance, because I've discounted our friendship, because I'm like, well, I still have this client, or I still need to do, and they've invited me somewhere, or they wanted me to do something, or I'm supposed to do something for them, and I'm late because I'm still taking care of everything else other than what I need to be taken care of. So, the older I'm becoming, I pray, I think that there's wisdom. I'm learning to have wisdom and balance in the things that I do. Thank you, Miss I miss you too, girl. And happy new, and the kids say, hi, y'all. How y'all doing? Okay, so I've used this implement. So we're going to, the nail bit. So we're throwing that in our sanitizer, because again, we use sanitation. Okay, so we're done with this. Hopefully I still have a lot of juice on the phone. Okay, so I'm going to place this behind me. Yeah, if you can. So what I'm going to do now, so my table, I really like this little table. It's so cute. And it's not my big table, but it is my portable table. It has like a fan on the inside of it, so I can put all my dust on the inside of the holder, so it's not a mess everywhere. And it's important too, like when you're nail tech, like I pray that they're kind of cleaning as they go, because I don't know, for me, I need a clean space so I can think clearly. I have to have things kind of together, because I can't focus when it's just like a mess everywhere. So, all right. Hopefully that's not too loud in the camera. Let me turn this off now. All right, so now this is typically where you would need to get up and wash your hands, right? I can't just leave. So I'm going to use, I think this is 90% isopropyl rubbing alcohol. It is, I like the higher, well, let me say, not just I like the higher concentration. The higher the concentration of alcohol, the closer it is to almost washing your hands. Now, nothing beats a good soap and water, but at least 70% and higher is as close as you're going to get to washing your hands. It has a dehydrant in it, so it pulls all that oil and all the stuff out of your nails. And then, however they make alcohol, it's a great cleaning agent. So, I'm gonna spray my hands down really, 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 really good. And I also really like the smell, so don't judge me. It just smells lovely. All right. Mama, can you hand me one of those towels over there on the shelf, please? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I'm trying really hard not to sniff my hands. They smell so good. I love the way alcohol smells. Y'all don't even know. It's a blessing. All right. All right, so my hands have been wiped down, and so like I did last time. Hey, Cammy, how you doing? Like I did last time, I did polygel on my nails. So polygel is a cross between acrylic and hard gel, and I like it. It's just and I still love acrylic, honey. Don't get it wrong, honey. I will put an acrylic on your nails so fast.com. People always talk about, well, acrylic is so damaging, it's so this. No, acrylic is not damaging. It can be damaging if your nails underneath are not properly taken care of. It's fine. It's fine. So if your nail tech is not taking care of your natural nail underneath the product, then yes, acrylic can be damaging. But everything else can be damaging. Getting a gel manicure can be damaging. The dip can be damaging, which, fun fact, dip is still in a form of acrylic because it's a monomer and a polymer coming together to bond together, which gives you the hard finish, aka acrylic. So in a dip is a fabulous product. Don't get me wrong. I still do traditional acrylic. And I can make that set look like you grew it out your nails. So there's so many different nail products out there, nail systems out there that are wonderfully made because the manufacturer and the Food and Drug Administration and all the channels that it has to go through, if it was not good for you, the real stuff, not the dupe stuff that you can buy, no, the real product, the manufacturer already knows the chemical compounds of all of that, and they've already done all their testing, so they're not going to really intentionally, or I should say I pray that they would not intentionally put products out there that could be damaging and harmful to your nails. So just know that it is the nail care and the nail prep before the product goes on that is going to be the key to sustaining the health of your nails and the product, right? So typically speaking, I spray down my nails, but this is where, I'd either have you go wash your hands or whatnot, right? So now I'm going to, and again, in the podcast, we will not be showing labels because, nobody is sponsoring us and I don't want to have to deal with infringement rights. Okay. So I'm going to prep my nail with a pH balancer. So this is really good to help you pull out any excess oil, and kind of really balance the pH of your nail bed to prepare it for the product to go on. Okay. So let me do that. So as y'all can see, I have all these colors, and these are not even all the colors that I have. So this is just some of the colors. What color? I've already picked out a color, but I'm curious to know what color would you all do if you were getting your nails done right now? So if you want to leave that in the comments, go ahead and leave it in the comment for you, girl, okay? All right, the next thing I'm doing is my primer. So this is an acid-based primer. There are non-acid-based primers that work just as well. However, I like a strong acid-based primer on myself because typically speaking, it does take me a little bit before I get back to do my nails, which I need to commit to doing better in the new year because, honey, I got a whole podcast talking about nail health and, oh God, I need my nails did, and my nails ain't even did. That's a whole problem, right? So we just want to get that on the nail bed. We don't want that on the cuticle. We don't want that on the skin. So this is one of them things where you need, if nail right number 2, when applying products like pH balancers and your primer on nails, your nail tech should be taking their time and doing that because you don't want that on your skin, directly on your skin. Our nail beds are made up of 7 different layers. Our skin has 7 different layers, but this is soft tissue, whereas our nail bed has a hard exterior. The first 2 layers in the nail bed are the hard exterior, and then it gets down into the soft tissues and things of that nature. So it it absorbs into the skin much differently as it would if it was on the product, absorbs differently into your nail bed as rather than it onto your skin. So we don't want this to absorb into your skin. So sometimes you will get those chemical reactions. Now, let's say you have your nail tech is rushing, or you're at one of the quick salons, your fast salons, and the product does get onto your nail bed and it starts to burn. Never, ever let them apply alcohol to that product. You do not want to apply, and alcohol is a form of a chemical on top of another chemical. So you have a dehydrant and an acid coming together. Let's say it's the primer, which is an acid-based primer, and a dehydrant, which is the alcohol coming together. That is a bad combination. It's going to burn and it could do a lot of damage to the skin. I want you to politely say, stop. No, I need you to stop and go wash your hands to neutralize that acid. Use soap and water to run your hands under lukewarm water first to calm down that burn. Then you want to use a mild soap to wash your hands to neutralize that reaction. Okay, so that's nail right tip number 2. If they're rushing and it gets on your skin, you have the right to say, hey, can you please slow down? Stop, because I don't want that on my skin. That's not good for my skin. If you are having a chemical reaction, politely get up, run your hands under lukewarm water sing the happy birthday song, and then you want to use your mild soap to wash your hands, pat your hands dry. Now, at this point, you need to decide if you want to sit back down and let them do your nails. You don't have to. If you feel uncomfortable and they seem to be frustrated or have an attitude with you, I would gather up my things and say thank you very much, and I go find me somewhere else to go. Who else is watching? Hello, Miss Tony. Thank you for watching, or Mr. Tony. I can't see. But hello, thank you for watching. Okay, so nail tip number 2. Let me reiterate that. They need to be taking their time when applying those products to your nail bed because you do not want it on your cuticle or on your skin in any shape, form, or fashion because it can do damage. All right. Secondly, if there is a chemical reaction, politely get up and run your hands under lukewarm water for at least the happy birthday song, and then use the soap and water to neutralize that chemical reaction. And then decide from there, do I want to sit back down and let them continue my nail service? You have rights. It's your money. They want to get paid. So exercise your rights, okay? And my goal is, hopefully, and again, I'm not coming for any nail salon. So, whatever comments you're going to leave in the comment section, leave them. That's your business. I don't mean no harm. I want to educate clients on what they can and they should expect, right? We work hard for our money. Money does not fall off trees. And this is a luxury service. And if we're not taking care of your nail with this luxury service, honey, there's a nail salon, a dime a dozen, nail salon on every corner, honey. Listen, you can be replaced. So, it's important as nail technicians that we take our time on our clients and make sure that we're taking care of their natural nail and the cuticle line, and there's just their overall health of their hand, right? Manicure, the translation of manicure is a cure of the hand, right? To take care of the hand. We want to take care of our client's hand, and you want to be taken care of. We want to be pampered, clients. I want to be pampered, but I want to make sure you're doing it in a healthy way. Don't have me just walking out and my hands all cut up and I'm bleeding, but my nails is cute. Girl, that rhinestone is real cute. Just don't look at my cuticle. No, I want to be proud to show off the work. Because and there are times where I have known to nip a cuticle in my day. But there are ways to take care of that when that happens. I will use a little alcohol because it's in an antiseptic, so we can clean out whatever situation might pop up in there. I clean that nip off. And then I put a little something on it to stop the bleeding, if it is bleeding. So, excuse me, y'all. So, we're human and things do happen. But there are proper steps and procedures that should be taken to make sure that you, the client, are walking away with a healthy nail, healthy hands, right? And pretty nails, right? Okay. So I put on my my structure gel, and again I'm covering up the labels because we're not sponsored by anybody yet, and because I'm doing polygel on my nails, and I like polygel because it is still a hard gel product, but it kind of mimics the nail bed a little bit, so it does have a bend, it does have a flexibility, it's not as hard as acrylic. Okay, so sorry, jumping on the camera real quick. Grab my for my solution. All right. So when doing polygel, I always use alcohol as my slip solution. So that's what you see me pouring into my little container. Also, I have my little paper towel back here, Chad. Got my things, we all set up trying to be professional here, guys. This the oh God, I need my nails did podcast. We trying to be fancy around here. And thank you all for sticking in there with me. I appreciate y'all, because y'all know I can go on a whole little rant and ramble and talk about a whole bunch of nothing. But thank you for sticking in there with me. So I'm really excited about the podcast. My first episode will be airing again the first and third Tuesday of every month. And y'all, my first guest, I'm so excited, is going to be my mommy. Listen, I'm so excited to have her on because she has her side of my origin story of when I asked her to do my nails. So I don't know if this is your first time and you didn't see the first episode. I asked my mommy, because she would always do her nails and they would be so fabulous. And I'm like, Mama, please just do my nails. Even if you just put a little polish on them, just something, girl, just, please. And she literally was like, no. And I ain't even gonna lie, your girl was mad. I almost even thought some bad words, but I probably didn't. I don't know. I'm just being dramatic. But she told me no, but I remember saying to her, you know what, that's okay. I'm gonna be a nail tech. I'm gonna learn how to do nails, and I'm going to be a world-renowned nail tech. Now, I don't know if I'm world-renowned yet, but God is a good guy, and he's opening doors, and I'm just gonna be obedient. So anyway, again, rambling. My mom is going to be my first guest on the Oh God, I Need My Podcast. I Need My Nails Did podcast. My mother has held me down in ways I can't even imagine. She's always been my biggest fan, my biggest supporter. And I want to have her on and us talk about our relationship. Because truth be told, we haven't always had this relationship. when I was in high school, and I'm pretty sure all young women can relate to this. I couldn't stand my mama. Oh! But the thing is, we weren't speaking the same language, and we didn't know how to communicate with each other. And one day, something just, the Holy Spirit just intervened, if you will. And we just decided, you know what, we're going to work at our relationship. And we're going to start asking each other questions. Hey, when you said X, what did you mean by that? Because I know what this means to me, but what does it mean to you? And so my mom and I just really made a commitment to really working on our relationship and really getting to know each other. And now my mama is my very, very best friend. And my bestest friend in the whole wide world, Laura, is watching. So girl, I'm sorry, but you never told about me. But no, my mom has held me down and just I'd be here all night talking about the things that my mother has done to support me and just show me love and encourage me in my dreams and even my whims. I wouldn't even say some of my dreams. They were just whims, some of them. But my mother always encouraged me. And I remember I was in, and I might have told this story already. I don't know. But I was in middle school. And I started my own business. And so I've always been an entrepreneur. So that's one thing about me. I've always been an entrepreneur. I've always been a woman about business because my mother has always been an entrepreneur. I've always seen her selling something or making something to sell and I've always admired my mother and her just, if you will, her hustle. My mom she's just been like, you know what, come hell or high water. And we're not claiming hell, but no matter what, I'm going to make a way and I'm going to show my children a better way. And my mother has always been an example. And so I just wanted to be like my mama, if you will. But anywho, in middle school, I started my own business and my mom was like, she kept seeing me come home with all these quarters and dollars. And she was like, girl, where are you getting this money? And I told her, I said, well, mommy, I started my own little business. I sell the friendship keychain supplies. I don't make them for them. I just sell the supplies. And I charge them if they want me to start their keychain because they don't know how to do it. And I charge them another fee if they want me to put it on a key ring. I charge them, I had a certain amount for whatever length. From this link to this link to whatever link it was so much money. And then I had little beads and I charged them for that. And my mom was so impressed that I had, if you will, a business plan. I had a viable product that she took me to the store. And I won't tell you the store because again, honey, they not sponsoring me. And then again, infringement rights. I don't know if I can say their name, so I'm just being careful. She took me to the store and she showed me how to shop for supplies and what my profit margin should be. And if I sell this much, what my profit margins will be. And, she showed me at a very early age how to conduct myself as a business person and now businesswoman. And that's still true today. My mother is still holding me down and still teaching me so many different things as I'm on my journey. Just as I'm on my journey, So mama, thank you for always being my biggest and number one fan. Thank you for always just showing up and supporting me and just bringing your wisdom to the table. I really appreciate you all. So I'm really looking forward to that episode with my mom as my first guest on Oh God, I Need My Nails Did, which will be on the YouTube channel. So that episode will not be live. It will be directly on the YouTube channel because I will by then have had all the kinks worked out and I will be fully prepared and ready to go on the channel. So, you guys just keep me, keep sending the positive energy my way when it comes to technology. Because, honey, technology and me sometimes have not had a proper introduction. So I can't make that as an excuse going into 2025. Because, honey, y'all see They just launched the new AI employees, child, where you can hire AI to be your employee. And honey, your girl might have to hire some AI with this whole marketing and social media stuff. So honey, just listen. I have to learn it. There's no more excuses, and we can't be afraid of technology. Also, the Bible says to be wise as a serpent, but gentle as a dove. And I say that because there are so many things that are out there to try to trick you. And so, you want to have that wisdom, but still be gentle, even when somebody you figure out, oh, you trying to pull a fast one on me. You can still be kind and get your point across, right? So I am committed to learning how to work technology in 2025, and specifically AI, right? And my cameras and social media and stuff of that nature. So I am trying to, this one nail is acting like it does not want to be my friend. So I should have a form on my nail, but I don't. I don't. So I'm kind of freestyling this, completely freestyling. We're already at that hour. Okay, so I have been so blessed and so thankful to have you all along with me on this journey. Like I said, this is not a nail tutorial. It will be where I have guests on, and my first guest will be my mother on the first Tuesday of the month. So that will be next week. We will have an episode airing on the YouTube channel, and I'll send out the links again, so you all can join us on YouTube and like, subscribe, and share the videos if it bless you. And I pray that it does bless you. And when you send it out, send it with intention. Don't just like it. Don't just share it. Send it with intention, because we want to bless people. We want people to walk away feeling like they got an hour with me, and it was, not just entertaining, but you walk away feeling encouraged. You walk away feeling like, you know what? I watched her with that pitfall, and look at how she's overcome that pitfall. You know what? If Brandy can do it, I'm gonna definitely do it. And that's what I want to see. I want to see you all overcome stuff. I want to see you all go back to those things that you laid down and just said, well, I don't have time for that, or I'll get to that one day. No, let's make one day today, right? Let's not make it to the perfect situation, because I don't think there ever is going to be the perfect situation. Mm-hmm. Because if I would have waited until I had everything in place for this podcast, child, y'all would not be watching me right now, because everything is still not in place. But I'm like, God, I'm going to be obedient, and I'm going to do it with excellence to the best of my abilities, right? So I really encourage you all to pick up those things that you lay down by the wayside, and you don't have to tell nobody, just do it. Because sometimes people don't always understand the vision. They don't always understand, what has been placed on your heart. Just do it. If you don't do it for anything else, do it for yourself, right? So I want to thank you all for joining us on the podcast. I do have merchandise. So we have our Made with Love jewelry on Discover Treasure. And again, we're working out those kinks in terms of having the shop up and ready to go. We have our greeting cards and invitations, so I can do greeting cards for any occasion, as well as different little whimsical things like money pouches, money cards, gift card holders for any occasion. So paper crafting is my thing. I will be having some merchandise in regards with the Oh God, I Need My Nails did branding material. So I'll be looking out for that in 2025. I just really want to encourage you all. I want you all to get back to your first place of creativity. And you might be a little afraid, and that's okay. Go anyway. I'd rather go a little nervous, but I'm going to go obedient. I'd much rather be a little nervous and then not, and be obedient, than be comfortable and be disobedient. So again, I'm not trying to preach at you all or, give you nail tutorials. I'm just trying to provide you with a new perspective and give you your nail rights as clients, because you have rights as clients. It's your money, it's your hand. You have rights. So you all be blessed. Thank you for tuning in with me. Like this video, share this video, and I look forward to seeing you all on Oh God, I Need My Nails Done next Tuesday with our first guest, my mommy, Miss Linda. Thank you so much. Love y'all. Bye. I think I turned it off. I don't know. Did I turn it off? Anyway, love you guys. Bye.